And today we're going to talk about something really interesting, how lives are affected in this country. And one of the places that we want to look at so much is an industry that has employed several people and therefore is driving the economy. That is the Juakali sector. Today in particular, we are going to be looking at the markets. What exactly do we get there? And I have with me one of the people who have been in the market business for such a long while. He's been actually at the Mutindwa market in Nairobi. His name is Nelson Ocheng, and he'll be telling us so much about how the economy in the markets is driven, especially in Nairobi, but of course I know that this can also be affecting several other markets in the country. Welcome to the show, Nelson.
Thank you, Madam Millicent. I'm called Nelson, as you've just said, Nelson Ocheng of Mutindwa Market. In fact, I've been there for quite a while. Yes, we understand better how things are happening in the market environment.
Okay.
Yes.
Nelson, we have several markets in the country, Gikomba, Mutindwa, down in Kisumu, I remember there was Kibuye, several markets out there. So many people are actually getting to do business and it's impacting on lives. And that's why I wanted you in the show today to just give us a little bit about how people do business in the markets. We've seen several things, sometimes in the fires in the markets, people talking about losing so much in terms of millions, and perhaps people are just wondering, whoa, these people make all this kind of money. But again, this is where we all get unawares, So the fact that you've been in Mutindwa market specifically can give us a good background about what those markets are like. So now you've told us that you've been at Mutindwa market for over 10 years. I'd just like you to, paint for us that picture of what being in that market has been like. What kind of businesses are there? And you can also tell us what kind of profits do people make, doing business in markets like this.
Very interesting question. In fact, as somebody who is experienced in market environment, market is a place, in my view, a place which gives room for every Tom, Dick and Mary of the world, because maybe somebody is from school and he doesn't know anything, he was still naive. But markets gives people the opportunity, in fact, to start their lives, especially now you are in school. Just take a case whereby somebody was in school, doesn't know even how the issues to do with money. Even giving back change is a problem to some people, because you just do theories in school, but you don't handle money much. So market provides that opportunity, at least now, to be closer to money, real money, because a market like where I am from, Mutindwa market, we deal with so many things. There are some people with hotel industry, some running transport in the market, like the boda people, some also selling clothes, many things in fact.
Like Mutindwa is majorly known for clothes.
Yeah, majorly clothes.
But we do have food as well.
We have food, we have cereals, susinas, we have many things, including green groceries and the rest, yes.
Let me ask you something. Right now, we are actually in an economy where we are trying to move people towards, not waiting to be employed,
Yes.
but actually to be able to just be entrepreneurs.
Yes.
Okay?
Yeah.
So now for a person like that, could you tell us, for those who are in Mutindwa market, and I'm glad that you're actually one of them. We'll talk about the fact that you're even an official now.
Yes.
But as a trader, like around how much on a good day can someone go back home with?
Well, yeah, that's a good question. Well, we consider that as top secret because it involves money, But in a good day,
averagely, yes.
Yes, averagely, after you, just in a nutshell, people believe in chamas so much in the market. You find like each day after doing your sales, you make sure that you ensure demonstrate that you pay chama of maybe 500 cedis or 1,000 daily. After that, maybe you get maybe like 500 daily. We take care of you in the house. You go use that to the house, and maybe there is spare there as well. So in a nutshell, you can't miss something to do with 2,000 after doing all those every Tom, Dick, and Mary will do. Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's quite some good money, and that's very encouraging. I actually know someone in Mutindwa that parks his car right in front of where he's selling his clothes, and at some point he was also telling me about the fact that he owns his own home. So maybe you could also tell us a few of the success stories behind such markets, the great things that people have been able to achieve by being in those markets, even bringing up the chama issue, because when you're in that chama and you're able to get some good money, what are some of those big projects that people have done?
Amazing stories are there like things. There are so many, in fact. People have built homes, the vehicles we are talking about, not one or two, many. In fact, people do drive because of market, like in our case of Mutindwa, so many people drive. So many people have homes. So many people have also managed to take their children through school system, to university level, to abroad, Yeah, it turns around lives. In fact, successful stories are many, and so many, in fact.
Wow.
Yes.
Thank you. Now, for a great place like that, that has also impacted on lives in that manner, you must find that there are also challenges that people have. Now, almost every other year, we have the markets go down, and people say sometimes that it's arson, sometimes that it's politics and all that. And I remember recently, is it last year, that also Mutindwa went through that, there was a fire.
Yeah.
And I'd love to, just get to know how were you guys able to, pick yourselves up? First of all, talk to me about the kind of losses that you guys made, and then now how you were able to pick up, because I saw some of our leaders come there, including the governor as well. What are some of the things they were able to do to now make it better for you guys as a market? Because I can see that you were able to rebuild again.
Yeah, of course, even if you go right now, you'll find it is more better than even the way it was after the fire. By the way, it is unfortunate it happened and it brought us down because the fire really consumed the market 80%, according to media reports by that time. And that means people really lost valuables, and in terms of millions generally as a market, and made people now to start afresh, just a new beginning. It is only the favor of the fact that the so-called chamas, people used to be in chamas, they put their monies in the bank, so such like chamas really helped me to make people bounce back into business. And again, the well-wishers were also there, and there are people, in the market, most of the successful businesses in the market, if you talk to their owners, they started small and grew. So the skills of starting small
is not new to
really
them.
helped. It really helped during after the fire incident. And during powers, the issue of fire a little bit. There was also initial moments of demolitions, market demolitions. Not twice, in Mutindwa more than thrice. In fact, three major ones. Yeah, three major ones which really made people to undergo losses. Only that this one of the fire is too severe because it consumed nearly everything. With the demolition, at least people used to salvage certain items or at least get started. But this fire really affected the market much. And it also came into the attention of the governor, who really helped. By the way, Governor Sakaja really helped Mutindwa because in the initial, during that moment, he partnered with about 3 million to at least for people at least to get something, maybe like that. But 3 million to that number also, well, to each it was about 5,000 each. Yeah, but it really helped because it's something that somebody has given you.
Yeah.
After that, as a result of that fire, it became an eye opener. And even right now, if you go to the market, you find you see presence of security officers company, well-organized security officers there trying to keep an eye on. In fact, Mutindwa company, which is really offering that security service in the market, which was not there initially. We were really depending on the Maasais, but now we have a registered company, well-organized with all equipment, gears and everything.
Let me ask you something.
Yes, yes.
If there was a fire right now,
Yes.
And now you have this kind of organized companies, like you say,
Yeah.
would there be some sort of compensation if this kind of thing happened?
That is a good question, but compensation only when you install, I guess. Yeah, but
But for
know,
this one, it's just about at least giving some sort of
yes.
security that can be accountable.
You know, during the last time when the fire happened in the market, we lacked even a report what happened.
Of what
Official
happened.
report of what happened. But you see, with this organized company, at least something of that kind, somebody will say something tangible which you can put to bank.
Let me take you back a bit
Yes.
to the fact that, now forget about the fire, let's talk about the demolitions.
Yes, yes,
At the point when you were, when there were demolitions,
yes. Yes.
what exactly was behind the demolition? Is it that that the people of Mutindwa were being asked to probably get out of that area to go to a different market or something? What was behind the demolitions?
In fact,
Has there been talks of maybe you people leaving that place and to where?
okay, that is a very good question, which to me, as somebody who is been there for a long time, in fact, every time Dick and Mary have been asking questions, if at all it is, there was an intention of the government doing it for a certain thing, how comes it has happened like more than once? You know, when the government want to do something, when it is done for a purpose, maybe something would have been done. But you see, it is done, then after 4-5 years, it again demolition, then people come back. What that means, it was just something with a hidden agenda. The hidden agenda, in fact, I can't prove, but there were some hearsays and elements of maybe somebody sitting aside scheming on how to grab that land. You know, the land grabbers of this town, you just understand them. And again, maybe God has been just on our side, used to be on our side for all that time to be there. Otherwise, we had neighbors who maybe we must suspect them not very good. They were not sitting pretty seeing us there because they were saying that we were just people from culture from far end and the Buruburu belongs to Buruburu. But we are the people who made the market to be there. And, yes.
Let me ask you.
Yes.
And this has happened in several areas, even in Kisumu. I think there's a time Kibwe either went down or something and guys were needed to go to more modern, whatever, markets. Has there been talk like that? Like maybe there is a place that has been made and perhaps, you guys been asked to perhaps go and settle at a particular place, but, you just haven't reached that point yet.
No, the Mutindwa case is a bit different because one, they were saying they were just doing demolition without even solutions like maybe there is an alternative.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
You just wake up and find the place demolished.
Wow, in fact they started, it became like now a tradition that every 3-4 years, 3-4 years, a problem is gonna happen, which is the demolition. It used to be like that. And that's why this time around after the fire, as a market we decided, I'm also serving the leadership of the market, Mutindwa.
And we'll come to that.
Yes,
Because I'd like you to now tell me, now that all this has happened, sometimes we have demolitions and everything, is there now a permanent solution to it? Have you guys, if it is a market, have you come up with maybe structures that you have now been told it will be a market and so you will be able to thrive there without, any of those disturbances? Have you worked on a thing like that?
Yeah, of course. That's why we decided after that fire, in fact, we recollected ourselves as a market and said, no, wait a minute, we want leadership of purpose, at least people who can be able to be, people who are visionary oriented, who can take us somewhere, go to offices, ask questions, get answers. That's why we did, after that we did an election. where I also am to be one of the leaders of the market and others.
Could you tell us which position?
My secretary of the market.
Okay.
Yes, and well led. In fact, we are our leader, the chairman, Mr. Frank Yombo, leading us as a team. In fact, we walk to the offices, ask questions, get answers, and right now, at least, we are more organized. And even right now, we were just. Even the past regime, we had leaders, but they were not doing enough. At least now we are above average because now we have some structures in place. Leaders, in fact, leaders are, even the members themselves, they respect the leaders, they accommodate with what the leaders tell them. At least now we can even talk of something small in the account in the name of Mutindwa as a market.
Nice.
At least right now, we want the interest, the attention and the interest and the trust of our members as the marketers. And also, right now we are having a certificate, and we are proud to say thank you, Governor Sakaja, for at least helping us. In fact, it would really help us with the support of some ministers like Lama, the Minister of County Government in Nairobi. In fact, they really helped us to get a certificate.
I'm glad you talked about Mulama and Sakaja and all that. It reminds me a bit about the fact that the Joakali sector is one sector that is really looked at, especially by politicians around election time. And you will realize that at that point, they look for you, especially like market heads to, bring people together for meetings and everything. And I know that a lot of the vote that usually goes into putting people into leadership, whether as MCAs and all that, really comes from those areas. Now you tell me something. Once you guys have been able to, bring people together, and help some of these leaders to get into positions of leadership, has it been able to work back for you once they get in there? Are you able to, are they able to help you guys out, perhaps with issues that would now grow you as a market?
Generally, in the recent past, even those revolutions you were talking about, we never even, in fact, we used to get nil response even from the MCA, the MP. Things just happened like that, and it's just the end of it like that. Only this time around, after the fire, when we saw the governor coming in, the area MCA, the women rep, and such leaders, at least condoning with us. But the recent past need. Yes. So at least this time around we are seeing something, and we are very hopeful that it will be like that. At least that concern, that so-called leadership, in fact, hopefully, it ended with the former regime.
Be reminding them at the time when you're putting them into leadership that and it's good. And that's why I asked you about structure, because it's easier to help a structured people as opposed to when there's nothing, because now they get their point of entry. You're able to tell them, we are going to help you get into this position, and the following are some of the things we would like you to be able to help us with. So as we probably draw to an end of this, I would want you to tell us, as somebody who's been in the market as a trader and also as a leader, what are some of those things that you wish even the government to be able to do for you guys who are traders? What do you think, if done, would be able to grow you as markets?
Like right now, this so-called, for you to get even the assistance from the government, you must be organized. Truth be told, during the recent past, we tried our level best to organize our people. And again, we are even telling them that as a market, coming next elections, we want our members of the market to consider protecting their market. By that I mean, even if it is voting, registering as a voter, we encourage our members to register as voters from within, so that we get that moral authority even to question our leaders. So that is number one thing we've done at present. Number two, we are also trying to make sure that we tell our leaders, our members, to consider being responsible. You can't can't just complain without having a structured way of doing raising even your complaints. That means coming towards elections. Right now we are doing some civic education to understand that there is development. For development to be there, there must be some elements of working together and cooperation. Yeah, because there is nothing like development in isolation. Development is there in triplicate, socially, economically, and politically. So the economic aspect which we are doing, already we've achieved that the social development of being together as Mutindwa people. Now the economic aspect of it is that we are doing business and we are trading to get something to support our lives and also to improve our togetherness as a people. But the political aspect, now moving forward, we want when it comes to time of maybe elections, will be in a manner, we'll make sure that we are well registered there to have to be convincing that already we have votes, and again we'll go a notch higher, maybe to ask hard questions maybe to the politicians when they visit us. But now when you come, it is not you to plan for us. We are there to tell you what we want. Maybe we'll consider engaging things to do with the memorandum of understanding. Now we'll support you then in return we'll get ABC. We want things to be structured. Yeah. That is the direction.
Otherwise, you just end up with the 500 bobs that people like.
No. We are not. We know how to get this 500 bobs. We know how to get 1,000. See, I told you in the markets we get money. We deal with money and we get money. What we want is just our market to be safe. Yeah. We just want that. We don't want handouts. By the way, we are past handouts.
The reason I'm talking about this is because the Juakali sector is usually very important.
Yes.
Especially when now getting those leaders. Okay, but usually the feeling is that after getting into positions of power, they now forget about that Juakali sector again.
In fact,
they will come back next time when
let me tell you repeatedly that this time around we want to organize ourselves as Mutindwa people, and we want this good manners, if possible, to escalate to other markets like Orokocho, Kikomba, Toy Market, Umoja Market, and other markets within Nairobi, so that they do what we are doing to get organized for conversations with the politicians when their time comes. That's the direction we want to push towards.